my dear students! Once again, good afternoon to each and everyone. So now, please stand and we will have our prayer first before we proceed to our discussions. Okay? Everyone, please stand and close your eyes, then bow your head and feel the presence of the Lord. Amen. Okay, once again, good afternoon, my dear students. How are you feeling right now? Are you feeling happy? Or are you feeling sad? Or are you feeling nervous? Or are you feeling angry? What are you feeling right now? My dear students, how are you? Okay, very good. You're all fine. You're all okay. Okay. Now, before we proceed to our next topic, we will have first our objectives. Okay? Please read, everyone, to our 3 objectives. Okay, thank you very much. Okay, before we proceed to our discussions, we will have first our short activity. So first, I will read the instructions. So here are the instructions. So the teacher will show the statements on the screen and ask the students whether they agree or disagree with each statement I present later. Okay? So, students who are called on or volunteer to answer will receive our station coupon, which they can collect in order to receive an appropriate reward at the end of the class. Okay? So, yung mga student ko na magbuboluntaryo at sasagot ay magkakaroon ng reward mamaya pagkatapos ng ating klase. Okay? So, this activity, we will call this stand your ground, agree or disagree. Okay? So, first I will read the statement. Okay? So, first statement is, following the law always means doing what is right. So, agree ba kayo? Or disagree ba kayo? Okay, sino yung agree dito? Okay, raise your hand. Okay, Maria, why did you say you are agree with this statement? Okay, thank you so much. Thank you for answering this statement if you are agree or disagree. Okay, give 3 claps. 1, 2, 3. Okay, for the second statement, I will read the second statement. So, a good life means being happy and successful. Agree ba kayo na a good life ko no means being happy and successful? Agree or disagree? Okay, are you agree? Paul? Okay, why did you say you are agree with this statement? Okay, thank you so much for sharing your idea. Okay, so give Paul 3 claps. 1, 2, 3. Okay, for the last statement, for the third statement, so I will read the third statement. Stories and books can change how we see the world. Agree ba kayo, class? Sino yung agree dito? Sino naman yung hindi agree? Okay, why did you say you are disagree? Peter, why did you say you are disagree? Oh, okay. You are disagree. Okay. Thank you so much, Peter, for your for sharing your idea, for sharing your thought about this statement. Okay, give Peter 3 claps. 1, 2, 3. Okay. So, based on the statements, the 3 statements that I give to you, meron tayong iba't ibang pananaw, paniniwala sa ating buhay. 'Di ba? Yung iba yung ay disagree, yung iba naman ay agree. Okay, 'di ba? Dahil hindi tayo pare-pareho ng naunawaan, hindi tayo pare-pareho ng ideya, hindi tayo pare-pareho ng pananaw. Mayroon tayong kanya-kanya, mayroon tayong bawat isa sariling ideya, pananaw, o paniniwala. Okay? So, congratulations everyone! Congratulations class! You have successfully defended your side. Okay? Give everyone a round of applause. Okay, now let's proceed to our next activity. Okay? This activity, we will call this Guess the Picture. Here is the directions. Okay, please read everyone the directions. Okay, thank you so much. So, what you have to do is you will identify the picture what I present her. Okay? Okay. Okay, I will call 3 students to answer these pictures. You will identify the 3 pictures. Okay, first is can I call Maria? Okay, Maria, what comes on your mind about this first picture? Okay, that is the justice. Okay, bigyan natin na 3 bagsak. 1, 2, 3. Okay, very good. So, for the second picture, can I call Peter? Okay, Peter, what comes on your mind about the second picture? Okay, very good. That is the good life. And bigyan natin siya ng 3 bagsak. 1, 2, 3. Okay, good. And for the last picture, okay, can I call Mario? Okay, Mario, what comes on you about these pictures? Okay, Mario, what comes on your mind about this picture? Okay, very good. That is the literature. Literature. Okay, so bigyan din natin ng 3 bagsak si Mario. Okay? 1, 2, 3. Okay, very good, my dear students. You identified the 3 pictures. So, now, you have idea what topic or, yes, what topic that we will discuss right now. Okay? So, anyone who have idea about what topic that we will discuss today? Okay? Anyone? Okay, very good. Our topic right now is enduring the questions and modern relevance. So, under of this are what is justice, what makes a good life, and last is why do these texts matter today? Okay, so now we will have our discussions. Okay, now let's talk about the justice. So, what is justice, everyone? Okay, justice is the ethical, philosophical idea that people are to be treated impartially, fairly, properly, and reasonably by the law and by arbiters of the law. That laws are to ensure that no harm befalls another, and that where harm is alleged, a remedial action is taken. Both accuser and the accused receive a morally right consequence merited by their actions. Okay? Naunawaan? Wala? Okay. Kung wala, sa madaling sabi, sinasabi rito na ang justice raw o ang katarungan ay parang pagbibigay ng tama sa bawat tao ayon sa, syempre, sa nararapat. Sabi pa nga na kung mabuti ang ginawa mo, at magiging mabuti rin ang resulta nito. At kung mali naman o masama ang iyong ginawa, syempre magiging mali at masama rin ang magiging resulta nito. At magkakaroon din ng kaparusahan kapag mali o masama ang iyong ginawa. Naunawaan? Okay, very good. Okay, next is for Plato. Okay, justice is a virtue establishing rational order with each part performing its appropriate rules and not interfering with the properly functioning of other parts. Okay. Just for example here ay sa isang classroom. Okay, sa isang classroom, ang teacher ay nagtuturo. Of course, nagtuturo ang teacher. At ang students naman ay syempre nag-aaral. At halimbawa yung class officers naman ay syempre nag-asikaso ng mga kung ano yung dapat asikasuhin. At kapag lahat ay ginagawa ang role ng bawat isa o ang role nila ng maayos, syempre magkakaroon ng harmony at justice. So, masasabing justice at harmony syempre kasi lahat sila ay ginawa yung kanilang role o yung kanilang mga dapat gawin. Okay? Naunawaan, class? Okay. So, let's proceed to Aristotle. Okay, Aristotle says, justice consists in what is lawful and fair. Okay? With fairness involving equitable distributions and the correction of what is inequitable. Okay. For example here, kung dalawang empleyado ang pareho ng trabaho, pero yung isa ay binigyan ng sweldo, ngunit yung isa ay hindi binigyan ng sweldo. So, sa senaryong iyon ay nagpapakita ng walang hustisya, walang katarungan o walang justice. Okay? So, dapat ayusin at gawing patas para sabihin na ito ay mayroong justice ayon kay Aristotle. Okay. So, sa madaling sabi, yung justice ay katarungan at pagkakapantay-pantay. Okay. Ayon naman kay Plato, so, bawat isa ay dapat gawin ang role nila. So, dapat gawin raw kung ano ang dapat nilang gawin. Okay? So, Aristotle naman, ang sabi niya, sa madaling sabi na sundin ang batas at maging patas sa lahat. Okay? Everyone, naunawaan bang pagkakaiba ng sinabi ni Plato at ni Aristotle? Okay, naunawaan? Okay, very good. Okay, let's proceed to the next. We have two types of justice. O sa Filipino ay mayroon tayong dalawang uri ng katarungan. Okay, first is the distributive justice. Okay, when we say distributive justice, it is the root idea of distributive justice. So, according to Aristotle, so is that of treating equals equally. So, nevertheless, it is far from simple to specify what this means. Okay? Okay, sa madaling sabi, ang distributive justice ay tungkol sa patas. Patas na paghahati o pamamahagi. Just like pamamahagi o paghahati ng pera, oportunidad, trabaho, benepisyo, at iba pang mga resources sa ating lipunan. Okay, ayon pa nga kay Aristotle na dapat raw ay pantay ang trato sa magkakapantay-pantay. So, ano nga bang ibig sabihin nun? Siyempre, ang ibig sabihin nun na kung pareho ang sitwasyon ng tao, dapat pareho ring ang pagtrato sa kanila. Of course, kung pareho, syempre pareho ang pagtrato, 'di ba? Pare-pareho naman tayong mga tao. alangan naman na ang pagtrato sa kanya ay trato na parang hayop na tao naman siya, 'di ba? So dapat pari-pareho ang pagtrato ng bawat isa. Okay, tama? Tama. Okay. For the second justice, this is what we call commutative justice. What is commutative justice? Okay, when we say commutative justice, it is about the treatment of an individual in a particular transaction. It is about giving someone what he or she deserves or has a right to. Okay, ibig sabihin dapat makuha ng bawat isa ha ang tama at nararapat sa isang kasunduan. So para hindi kayo mahirapan sa pag-unawa, bibigyan ko kayo ng halimbawa. Okay, just like for example here, kung bumili kayo ng cellphone, okay, kung bumili kayo ng cellphone at nagbayad ka ng tama, dapat maayos din ang cellphone na ibibigay sa iyo. Dapat walang panlalamang. Okay, naunawaan? Okay, naunawaan. Okay, very good. Okay, now let's talk about the other philosophers. So first is Augustine. So Augustine, he says that the carnival virtue of justice requires that we try to give all people their due. Okay. Ibig sabihin nito, yung justice ay isang mahalagang virtue kung saan na dapat nating ibigay sa bawat tao ang nararapat sa kanila. O sa madaling sabi, dapat bigyan natin ng respeto, tamang pagtrato, at tamang pagbibigay ng karapatan sa iba o ng bawat tao. Okay, naunawaan? Okay. For the second one is Aquinas. Okay, Aquinas or Aquinas. Okay, Aquinas says that justice is that rational mean that between opposite sorts of injustice involving proportional distributions and reciprocal transactions. Okay, para naman raw kay Aquinas, ang justice o yung katarungan ay isang dapat nasa gitna sa pagitan ng dalawang mali. Okay, dalawang mali o sobra. So, dapat raw na may balance sa pamamahagi at sa transaction. Okay? Sa madaling sabi na ayon kay Aquinas na dapat huwag sobra, huwag kulang, dapat tama lang. Okay? Kung sa atin pa nga, sabi pa nga na walang labis, walang kulang. Dapat tama lang. Okay? For the third one, he is Thomas Hobbes. Okay? Thomas Hobbes. Okay? He says that believe justice is an artificial value necessary for civil society, a function of the voluntary agreements of the social contract. Okay? Para naman raw kay Hobbes, ang justice ay hindi natural. Okay? Hindi natural, kundi gawa ng tao sa pamamagitan ng kasunduan at batas. May batas. Para magkaroon ng maayos na lipunan. Okay? Naunawaan? Okay. Ito, sa mas madaling maunawaan, mas madaling sabihin, ayon kay Hobbes, may justice. Okay, may justice, may katarungan. Dahil may rules. may rules. Mayroon tayong mga rules na sinusunod. Okay? Mayroon tayong mga rules na napagkasunduan. Okay? Kaya mayroong justice. Okay? Naunawaan? Class, naunawaan? Okay, very good. Okay, for the fourth one, according to Hume, justice essentially serves public utility by protecting property. Okay? Sa madaling sabi na para raw kay Hume, ang justice ay isang mahalaga para sa kapaki-pakinabang o kapakinabangan ng lahat. Lahat, lalo na sa pagprotekta ng ari-arian at kaayusan. Just like titulo, yung bahay, o 'di ba? Mga ari-arian 'yan. At isa pa, sa madaling sabi pa, yung justice o kapag mayroong justice, dapat mapanatili ang peace at order. Kapag mayroon raw justice, mapapanatili natin ang peace at order. Okay? Naunawaan? Ano nga ulit ang mapapanatili natin kapag may justice? Okay, very good. Peace at order. Okay, for the fifth one, according to Kant, it is a virtue whereby we respect others' freedom, autonomy, and dignity by not interfering with their voluntary actions, so long as those do not violate others' rights. Okay? Sa mas madaling sabi, ayon kay Kant, ang justice ay tungkol sa pagrespeto sa kalayaan. Okay? Kalayaan, dignidad, at karapatan ng bawat tao, ng bawat mamamayan. Okay? Okay. Isa pa, malaya kang gawin ang gusto mo. Basta, hindi ka nakakasagasa ng karapatan ng iba. Okay? Naunawaan? Okay, very good. So, in overall, we discuss about the distributive justice, the commutative justice, the other philosophers just like Augustine, Aquinas, Hobbes, and Hume. Then the last one is Kant. Okay? So when we say distributive justice, ito yung patas na paghahati. And when we say commutative justice, ito yung patas na transaction. Okay? Naunawaan? Okay. According to Augustine, ibigay ang nararapat. According naman kay Aquinas, balance at fairness. Okay? Okay. According to Hobbes, justice dahil mayroong batas at kasunduan. So, nagkakaroon ng justice dahil mayroon raw batas at kasunduan. Okay, according to Hume, so, justice para sa kapakanan ng lipunan. Kapakanan ng lipunan hindi lang kapakanan ng mga mayayaman, yung mayroong mga kaya sa buhay, 'di ba? Dapat karapatan ng lipunan, karapatan ng bawat mamamayan. Okay, naunawaan? Okay, for the last one is according to Kant, respeto sa freedom at rights ng iba. Okay, just like for example, yung mga LGBTQA+. Tama ba? Yung mga LGBT. So, dapat nire-respeto natin yung kanilang freedom. Freedom to express themselves, express what they want to do about themselves, anything. So, dapat nire-respeto natin yung freedom ng bawat isa. Okay, naunawaan? Okay, and thank you everyone, thank you class for listening to me. I hope you learned something about what I've discussed today. I hope mayroon pa kayong matutuhan sa susunod na magtatalakay tungkol sa susunod na paksa na tatalakayin ni Teacher Labita. Okay?
Just a while ago, we had an activity called Stand Your Ground, in which you said whether you agreed or disagreed with the statement shown on the screen. One of the statements said, "A good life means being happy and successful," and most of you answered that you agreed. I can say that I also see the good life in that way. Being happy means feeling comfortable and having peace in every aspect of our lives. It means being stable not only physically but also emotionally. Being happy also means being successful. Successful in the things we have been praying for and the things we need and want in our lives. And as part of our topic, we are going to discuss what the good life really is, according to well-known philosophers and other sources. As we go through this, I ask everyone to listen and reflect. What really makes a good life? So sabi dito, living a good life involves aligning actions with personal values, pursuing meaningful goals, and nurturing positive relationships. So this means that a good life is not just about being happy or successful. It's about making choices that match what you truly believe in, working toward goals that give your life purpose, and building strong, healthy relationships with others. So, in short, it's about living with intention and connection. The second one says that the good life explores failure and success, freedom and discipline elements in equal measure of the pursuit of the good life. So, this means that living a good life includes both positive and challenging experiences. Success and failures are both important because they help you grow. Freedom allows you to make your own choices, but discipline helps you stay focused and responsible. So, a good life is about balancing these opposites, not just having one or the other. Reverend Professor Peter J. Gomez introduces the four cardinal virtues of prudence, justice, temperance, and fortitude derived from the writings of Saint Thomas Aquinas, and concludes with an exploration of the three theological virtues, faith, hope, and love, which he calls the content and expression of the good life. A good person, Gomez writes, is one who is good at being a person, doing what is most good, most noble, and most pleasant. So, simple lang yung naisip parating ni Gomez dito, na kapag gumagawa ka ng mabuti, na kapag nagiging mabuti kang tao at ginagawa mo yung tama, it will result na magkaroon ang isang tao ng good life. Ito yung pagpapakahulugan niya kung paano nga ba magkaroon ng good life, na gumawa ng mabuti towards your kapwa or towards other people. So the next one, according to Plato, good life involves living in harmony with one's inner nature and understanding the true nature of reality. To do this, one must overcome negative emotions such as anger and greed and embrace truth and knowledge. So, to reach this kind of life, a person must practice self-control and avoid being ruled by strong emotions like anger, pride, or greed. Because, di ba, sometimes we go astray when we let our emotions take control, especially when we are angry. We may act without thinking because all we want is to follow what our emotions telling us. This often leads to poor decisions and eventually it may cause conflict. That is why it is important to learn how to accept situations around us. Being calm does not mean being coward. It shows that we choose peace over conflict. We should also develop wisdom through learning and reflection. In doing so, we become more just, disciplined, and truly fulfilled, which is what Plato sees as the essence of a good life. So, the third one, according naman kay Socrates, sinasabi niya na knowledge is the highest good. The central thesis of the Socratic ethics is contained in the formula knowledge is virtue. Right thinking is essential to right action, and right action leads to path of the good life. So, do you believe that knowledge is the highest good? Okay, so for me naman, in my own point of view, I would say yes. Because if a person thinks rightly, he or she will act according to their mind or way of thinking. They will think in a way that promotes peace and comfort in their surroundings. And through that, a good life is formed. And the last one is according to Aristotle. So, according naman kay Aristotle, the good life daw is one in which we developed and exercise the distinctive human ability to think and act rationally. Such a life on Aristotle's view is a happy or flourishing life o yung tinatawag niyang eudaimonia. So sabi ni Aristotle, the good life is living in a way that fulfills what makes us human, our ability to think and reason. Diba kasi alam naman natin na yung mga human ay yung binayayaan ng mataas na level o mataas na antas ng pag-iisip o kakayahang mag-isip. So, by using reason to make good choices and practice virtues like honesty and courage, we achieve flourishing or the true happiness. Okay, so do you understand what makes a good life? Or do you relate to how well-known philosophers and other sources define what makes a good life? Does anyone want to share your thoughts on this topic? Alright, none. It's good to know that you understand the point of our philosophers. And naniniwala ko na yung iba dito or yung karamihan dito ay nag-agree with what they say or what the philosophers say about the good life. Am I right? Alright, so we are now done discussing justice and the good life. So now, let us go back to the stories we have tackled in this subject. Let us reflect on how these stories show justice and the good life. So I only selected some of the stories so that all are included in the presentation. So let's begin with the first one, the theme of justice and moral order. So, dito sa first paragraph, ito ay mula sa Plato the Republic, na kung saan sinasabi dito ni Socrates na yung justice implies superior character and intelligence, while injustice means deficiency in both respects. Therefore, just men are superior in character and intelligence and are more effective in action, as injustice implies ignorance, stupidity, and badness. It cannot be superior in character and intelligence. A just man is wiser because he acknowledges the principle of limit. So, sinasabi dito ni Socrates na yung justice is connected to wisdom and good character, while yung injustice naman ay nanggagaling sa ignorance and moral weakness, na kung saan a just person understand limits and think clearly and acts rightly. So, justice here is internal. It starts within a person. If someone is wise and self-aware, they will naturally act justly. Injustice naman happens when people lack understanding. So, dito sa next paragraph, ito ay sinabi naman ni Antigone na sinasabing, "Nor did I think your edict had such force that you, a mere mortal, could override the gods, the great, unwritten, unshakable traditions. They are alive, nor just today or yesterday, they live forever." So, dito naman kay Antigone na Antigone argues that human laws are not above divine or moral laws. So, sinasabi din niya dito na even daw o kahit daw yung ruler commands something, it does not mean it is right because true justice comes from higher eternal principle. Yung justice dito, pinapakita yung moral. Yung justice dito is moral and universal. It suggests that yung real justice is not based on power or authority, but on what is eternally right, even it means disobeying unjust rules. So the third one is from Dante, the Divine Comedy, na sinasabi dito na though me you pass into the city of woe, through me pass into eternal pain, through me among the people lost for justice, the founder of my fabric moved, to rear me just the task of power divine, supremest wisdom and primal love. Before me things create were none, save things eternal, and eternal I shall endure. All hope abandon, ye who enter here. So this passage describes the gates of hell, where justice is portrayed as something divinely created and absolute. Those who enter are facing the consequences of their actions, eternal punishment or the eternal punishment. So yung justice here is cosmic and retributive. It shows that every action has consequences and that justice ensures that wrongdoing is eventually punished even beyond this life. So the second one is the search for meaning in human life, in which sa unang passage, sinasabi dito ni Achilles na I lie in peace once I've gone down to death, but now for the moment let me seize great glory. So alam naman natin kung gaano kahalaga yung glory sa mga sinaunang tawag nito mandirigma ng mga Greek, 'di ba? Na kung saan mas pinapahalagahan nila yung glory or yung pagkilala sa kanila noong ng mga tao kaysa sa pangangailangan ng nakararami. Wherein Achilles chooses glory and honor now, even if it leads to death. He believed life gains meaning through great achievements. For him, a meaningful life is about leaving a legacy even if life is short. So the next one naman is from Odysseus. Sinasabi niya dito na, nevertheless, I pine all my days to travel home and see dawn of my return. And if a god will wreck me yet again on the wine dark sea, I can bear that too. With a spirit tempered to endure, much have I suffered, labored long and hard by now in the waves and wars. And this to the total bring the trial on. So, kay Odysseus naman, na pinapahayag na dito yung desire niya to return home but accept sufferings and challenges along the way. He shows strength and endurance. So, yung life meaning comes para kay Achilles, yung life meaning comes from perseverance, resilience, and the journey, not just the destination. So, the third one is yung sinabi ng Socrates na the good is the cause of all that is right and beautiful. So, para naman kay Socrates, that the good is the source of everything right and beautiful. Yung kabutihan ang pinagmumulan ng lahat ng magagandang bagay. Agree ba kayo doon? Alright. So, para kay Socrates, a meaningful life is about seeking truth, goodness, and moral understanding. And the last one is from Augustine of Hippo. That sinabi niya na all wish for this happy life, all wish for this life, which is the only happy one. Joy in the truth is what all men wish. So, dito naman, para kay Agustin, sabi ni Agustin that all people desire happiness, and true happiness comes from knowing and loving the truth. Life meaning is found in truth, faith, and inner joy, not just worldly success. Makikita sa mga linyang ito ang iba't ibang pagpapakahulugan o paghahangad ng mga karakter sa tinatawag nating good life o ng meaningful life, na kung saan masasabi ko na ang kahulugan ng good life o meaningful life ay nakadepende sa tao, sa kanyang karanasan, sa kanyang pinagdadaanan o maging sa kanyang pinagmulan. Sige nga, of all our discussions since day 1 up until now that we are in topic 16 na, what do you think is the relevance or why do these literary texts still matter today? Alright, anyone from the class? Okay, very good. Reading literary books builds empathy and deepens understanding. Alright, thank you. So, sabi pa nga dito ni Lewis, a British scholar and novelist, na yung literature daw adds to reality. It does not simply describe it, it enriches the necessary competences that daily life requires and provides. And in this respect, it irrigates the deserts that our lives have already become. Sinasabi din dito ni Jodorowsky na yung great books, those which have withstood the test of time, cannot be books that make one feel happy. If it were the case, one might as well write it themselves. Cornerstones of classic literature dig deep into the foundations of who we are as individuals. Timeless, not product of a culture or location, they do not offer simple answers to evergreen questions and may leave us empty, broken, and vulnerable. It is only afterward when we can put ourselves back together and become more than we were before. So, it just means na C.S. Lewis suggests that literature goes beyond simply describing reality. It enriches our lives by developing our imagination, empathy, and understanding. At the same time, great works of literature are not always comforting or easy to read. Instead, they challenge us, stir deep emotions, and make us reflect on who we are. Though they may leave us feeling unsettled at first, these experiences help us grow, rebuild ourselves, and become more thoughtful and self-aware individuals.
Magandang araw sa inyong lahat. Ngayon, magkakaroon tayo ng masayang gawain na pinamagatang Think, Speak, and Defend, kung saan susubukin ang inyong kakayahan sa pag-iisip, pagsasalita, at pagtatanggol ng inyong opinyon. Para sa ating mechanics, makinig ng mabuti dahil malaga ang bawat detalye ng ating mechanics. The class will be divided in 4 groups. The 2 groups will debate a topic about justice, while the other 2 groups will debate the topic about the good life. Each group will select one representative who will draw the specific debate topic. Each group will be given 5 minutes to prepare their agreement to defend their side. The group that receive the high score will receive appropriate prize. Naunawaan ba? Okay, magaling. Para sa unang grupo, ang kanilang napili ay si Ginoong Galeron. At para naman sa pangalawang grupo, ang kanilang napili ay si Binibining Sencha. So, ang napili ng unang grupo ay justice. Para sa inyong debate topics, ito ay, is justice more about following that law or doing what is morally right? Okay. Para naman sa good life, can worth and material success truly lead to a good life? Okay? Nawan ba? Magaling! Kapansin-pansin na parehong maganda at makabuluhan ang ipinakita ng dalawang grupo dahil hindi lamang sila nagbigay ng simpleng sagot, kundi naglatag din ng matibay na dahilan at pananaw. Ipinapakita nila na ang hustisya ay hindi lamang basta pagsunod sa batas, kundi isang mas malalim na pag-unawa sa kung ano ang tunay na tama, lalo na kapag ang batas mismo ay may pagkukulang. Palakpakan natin ang dalawang grupo. Next sa reflection, if you were an Hector or Archelaus, how would you balance personal pride with doing what fair or just? Antigone sacrificed her own happiness for justice. What those that say about the cost of living a good life? So, if those courage meant to you, and it always connected to justice. Again, naunawaan ba? Maaari na kayong magsimula. Bibigyan ko lamang kayo ng 5 minutes para makapag-prepare. Okay? Literary texts are not merely for entertainment. They reflect human life, offer lesson and insight that guide personal growth and ethical understanding. Okay, talaga namang napakahusay ang inyong ginawang debate ngayon. Handa na ba kayo sa ating quiz or quiz time? Okay, direction. Read the question carefully. Choose the letter of the correct answer. Write your answer on 1/4 sheet of paper. Nanawang ba? Sige, kumuha kayo ng 1/4 of sheet paper dahil kayo ay merong sasagutan. 10 minuto para magsagot ng ating katanungan. Dito, ipapakita ko sa screen. Okay, tapos na ang iyong oras sa pagsasagot. Ngayon naman ay tayo ay mag-check. Okay, magpalitan na kayo ng inyong mga papel. Okay? Number 1, B. Number 2, B. Number 3, C. Number 4, C. Number 5, B. Okay, sino ang naka-perfect sa araw na ito? Okay, marami. Talaga namang naunawaan ninyo ang ating talakayan. Okay? Ngayon ay magkakaroon tayo ng assignment. Ipapasa ninyo ito sa akin sa Lunes. Okay. The assignment is write a 300 or 500 word response to the question. What is the prevalence of literacy texts today? And how do they influence the way we view justice and equality and fairness in society? Naunawaan ba? Kahit i-encode nyo na lang o isulat nyo sa buong papel o sa bond paper. Okay. Yan. Kailan ulit ipapasa? Sa Lunes. Okay? So, maraming salamat sa inyong lahat. Sa puntong ito ay dito na nagtatapos ang ating talakayan. Umaasa ako na ang mga iyong ideya at ating napag-usapan ay nakatulong sa pagpapalalim ng iyong kaalaman at pag-unawa sa ating paksa. Again, maraming salamat. SF45